What is up, everybody? This is Shadow, and oh boy, this V42 leak was just awesome. And I'm just giving a heads up right now for anyone who doesn't want to have any of this surprise taken away from them. If you consider this spoiler material that you don't want to see, just stop now. This is your spoiler alert. But for the rest of us who are really excited about this and just can't wait to get our hands on it and see what was leaked, keep watching because this is awesome. Okay, now one thing I want to clear up right off the bat is that a lot of people have already been showing a lot of negativity and a lot of toxicity against stuff that was in this leak. And you need to remember exactly what the guy who released this says right here in the red print. It is very doubtful this is the final V42 build, so expect all of this stuff to change by the time it releases. Now, we know based on the community corners that, and other posts that they've had and updates and blog posts and stuff, we know that some of the stuff in this leak is confirmed. This is gonna happen, and that's awesome. And you know, if you don't agree with that, then the stuff has already been confirmed, then fine. But everything else is pure speculation at this point. This is a leak that was not supposed to be even out yet. This is information that wasn't supposed to be out yet. So don't be jumping the gun on this. Don't get too overly excited about it. Don't count that any of this as promise or guarantee. At the same time, don't get negative about it. Just enjoy it for what it is. This is like getting an early Christmas present on Christmas Eve. Like, we're right here, it's about to happen, but we got a sneak peek of something. Just enjoy this. This is fun. Like, I'm having a blast with it. Epic has so far at least been very cool about this. I haven't seen much of a response from anyone at Epic, unless I've just missed it, telling people to be quiet about it. So I think they're handling it well. It happened, it's out there, people have seen it, they know it's almost impossible for them to shut down, so you know what, let the community have fun with this, let them enjoy it, we're excited about it. Also, I've seen some other streamers and YouTubers and influential people in the community be really negative about this, try to shut people down from talking about this. And I don't really understand why. Like, most of us are going to see this. The ones who don't want to see it don't have to look at it, they don't have to watch it, but most of the player base is really excited about this. Like, this is fun when this kind of stuff happens. So I'm not like that. I want to talk about it. I want to hear your comments on it. Leave comments in the bottom. You know, let me know what you think about this. This is fun. Like, this is exciting to talk about. Okay, now for the sake of this video, I'm just going to go over some of the core elements that were contained in this leak. I will be doing another video on the cards that were revealed in the leak. And I will be doing a third video on the vanity items seen in the leak. So I'll put the link to those in the description below. Go check those out because there's just honestly too much information to go over just in one video. So, but let's get right into just some of the kind of the core elements that has been revealed here. And you see here, this is the first step of your deck builder. It shows your 2 affinities that you're going to be selecting. And I love the changes they did to the affinities. I like the emblems they have up there. And I don't know if that will change or not, but that looks pretty cool. Here's just kind of step 2 where you load your deck up with the different cards you're going to have. Now, one thing that is changing, it appears that you're only going to be able to have 3 cards equipped at a time. And that you can only put 12 in your deck. You see there, 0 of 12 selected. You must have a minimum of 3. Now, again, all this could change, but as of this version that was leaked, you can have 12 total cards in your deck, and you will equip 3 at a time in game. The new cards just look amazing. Looks very Magic-esque for all you Magic players out there. I love the way the new cards look. Now, this is a brand new element to the game that I'm really excited about, and that is, it's actually 2 brand new elements, attributes and gems. Apparently, there are 3 different attributes that you will level up as the game progresses. Now, instead of having CP, we have gold. So I'm not sure I guess instead of having amber coming from the amber link, now you have gold that you get from killing minions, and I'm assuming the amber link will still be there, but I guess now it's a gold link. So, but anyway, now you have gold, and that is how you purchase some cards, and it's also how you increase your attributes level. Apparently your attributes go from level 1 through level 25. At level 1, 7, 13, 19, and 25, you're going to be able to slot a gem. And from what I can tell, gems are going to give auto-activated buffs and some passive buffs. And from what I've seen with some of this, and we'll see that as we go down a little bit, some of these screenshots make it seem like these gems actually give buffs that are actually cards right now. Some active and passive cards. Like one of the vitality gems looked, I believe it was a vitality gem, it looked almost like a health pot that you would have now, but it auto-activated when you fell below 50% health. So that's really, really cool. So now you can only have 6 gems slotted at one time combined. That's for all 3 of your attributes, each one of them having 5 slots. You can only have 6 total gems slotted. The gems you don't have to activate, at least it doesn't appear that you do. You don't have to buy them in-game. Again, doesn't appear that you do. It just seems to be that once you level up your attribute to whatever level that is, whether it's 1, 7, 13, 19, 25, wherever you have your gem slotted, once you reach that point, then the gems buff will automatically be added to your character. So I love this. This is kind of Diablo almost with the gems, and there's some other games that implement that in there. So you Diablo fans are gonna love this. Here's a look at just kind of the last step of building your deck. You see you have your gems across the top, and you see those gems are Jungle Assassin, Ruthless, Multi-Shot, Piercing Basic, Crit Hits, and Healing Tower. So can't wait to see what these buffs are that are brought to you with the gems. And in the community corner today, they were talking about the gems, how they apparently, maybe from what I understand, you may be able to combine some gems to get new gems and that kind of thing. So that's gonna be awesome. I'm really, really excited about that. Now, this screen capture right here really has a lot of information in it, and this is kind of the combination of everything we talked about so far, what it looks like in the game. And you see you have your attributes on the left, and apparently your attributes are agility, vitality, and intellect. Agility attributes give you speed and defense, vitality gives you HP and regen, and intellect is your mana and mana regen. Now, if you see there, he has the vitality highlighted, and that first gem he has slotted gives you 350 movement speed for 6 seconds when leaving base. That's interesting. I wonder if you still are going to have the launch pads, or if that just takes its place. I don't know, but that seems like an awesome gem. The other gem he has slotted at the, I believe that is 7, maybe? Is that the 7 slot? Maybe that's the 5 slot. I'm not sure. No, I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, it is 7. It says it right there. You have slot 1 is home guard. Slot 7 is armored. Gain shield after being out of combat for 4 seconds. Maximum 80 shield. That's very, very interesting. I like the way that looks. So basically, once you've been out of combat for 4 seconds, you get that 80 shield back. That's really cool. I wish you could see what those agility gems were up there. But now, something about the cards. If you look at the cards, you see they have the little agility symbol and the vitality symbol on them. And apparently, from what I've seen, some cards can be just straight out bought with gold. And I think that's the only way to buy them, is you have to have that amount of gold available to be able to buy. So that's how you equip those cards. Other cards, you just have to have that level on your agility, whatever level it states. So you can see the 2 cards that he has on there, Cull the Weak and Sand Speeder. The first one requires a level 1 agility, and the second one requires level 2 agility, which he has there. Now, I'm not sure if that just means you have to reach that level and then you can equip those cards, or if that's kind of spread out evenly. Actually, I think that is how it works. I think it's spread out, because if you see under agility, it says agility points available 4 out of 7. The 2 cards he has slotted have a total requirement of 3 agility. So I'm guessing that's why he only has 4 out of the 7 that he has unlocked. So that is how you will equip your cards. You see down there at the bottom, the one on the far right is a level 13 agility. So that means you would have to upgrade your agility attribute to level 13, and then you would have to use those 13 points just to equip that one card. So it looks to me like how you're gonna buy your cards in game. It's no longer just CP. Now your gold is gonna go into leveling up attributes, and then your cards are bought with a combination of your 3 attributes available points, and some of them looks like they even require some gold to purchase as well. So that looks to be how you increase your attributes and fill up your deck in game. There's another screen capture showing actually while you're actually out on the field, and apparently, at least again at the time of this leak, this version allows you to increase your attributes from anywhere on the map, which I love that. That's great. That means you can stay out for really long periods of time and just keep upgrading your attributes, get into those levels that has your gems slotted, which will then activate those buffs, and you don't have to go back until you get to the point where you have enough gold or you have enough attribute points to go actually buy the next card that you would like. And we get a good look here at some of these agility gems. Looks like the first one that you can see there, well, I can't, oh, that's the level 1. Okay, so the level 1 is an auto potion that's health. So that's interesting. You would think that would be up under vitality, but that's actually under the agility. Heal when you fall below 50% health, 60% cooldown. So that's kind of one of those auto-activated gems that I was talking about. That's like a health pot. Now you don't have to activate it. It activates by itself as soon as you fall below 50% health. And it doesn't look like it has charges that have to be refreshed at base, which is just awesome. At level 7, he's going to get Basic Assassin. Basic attacks deal 1% bonus damage for every 10% enemy's missing health. That's awesome. That's a really good early gem. Level 13, you get the gem called Multi-Shot. Ranged basic attacks fire 2 additional projectiles dealing 80% damage. Wow. That's basically increasing your basic attack by 160%. Wow, with no cooldown? Wow, that seems really OP. And then once he hits the full agility level, the max agility level of 25, his critical hits. Basic attacks have a 15% chance to deal 75% bonus damage. So this just gives you kind of a sample tasting of what some of these gems are going to be able to do. And again, this is not saying, okay, it looks like he's running Twin Blast. These are the gems that's on Twin Blast now. No, you get to choose what gems you run, what slots you run them in, and I'm really, really, really liking this aspect of the game. That is tremendous. That's adding just a whole new layer and so much more versatility to the way you can run your characters. I'm loving the way these gems and attributes look. This is great. Okay, now there are a couple things I want to touch base on really quick that the guy who got this leak, he put something in here that I don't think is accurate. And he says cards can be upgraded with reputation or coins pay to win. I don't like him putting that in there at all. I don't think this is a pay to win game. I don't think it's going to become a pay to win game. You know, maybe we'll be surprised by this, but in the community corner today on July 21st, community corner, they talked about this a little bit. And now, whereas you may be able to use reputation or coins to level up certain cards, you can also level up cards by drawing duplicate of those cards. That is one thing they made very clear, is that whenever you draw multiples of the same card, I'm guessing it's going to be some kind of infusing process, or it might be automatic. I'm not sure. They didn't go into that detail, but they did say when you have multiples of one card, that will allow you to level up that card. And as you progress its level, it actually changes the appearance of it. It will have different borders around it apparently, and it will eventually get to the point where once you reach max level on a card, the card will become foil, and that's awesome. The vanity aspect of that is really cool. It's again kind of magic-esque with that. But one thing they were 100% clear on today in the community corner is that when you upgrade these cards, regardless of how you do it, when you upgrade these cards, yes, you do increase the stats they give you. Whatever those stats are, you do increase them. Some of them have active and passive abilities with them that will increase as well. I believe they said that basically if it increases on a level up, it's basically like a 5% increase to whatever it's doing. But what they were 100% clear on is that this is for PvE only. PvE only. Please remember this. So it's not pay to win. This is not you can just dump a lot of money into the game and you're going to automatically have an advantage over all of your opponents. No, at best you're going to have an advantage over bots, which shouldn't bother anyone. If you have someone on your team in a bot game who has spent a lot of money or rep or coins or whatever it is, if they've done that and they have all of their cards maxed out, then who cares? You know what? They're only on your team. It's co-op versus AI, or even it's solo versus AI. It's not hurting anyone. That is not pay to win. Pay to win is a poor choice of words here, and I guess this leak did come out before the community corner, so he wasn't sure about it, but they made that very clear. The leveled up cards are only viable in PvE. Now in PvP, all the cards are level 1. It doesn't matter if you've maxed out a card and it's whatever the max level is and it's nice and shiny foil card and gives you an extra 50% boost on whatever level 1 card is. That doesn't matter at all. That's not going to change anything in PvP. All cards are level 1. It'll still look the same. You'll still have a nice full card to show off in game, but it's not going to increase its stats like it would if you were in PvE. So there's going to be a difference. It's not pay to win. You can level up cards and they will do increased damage or whatever it is in PvE, but once you enter PvP, everyone's cards are reset to level 1 in PvP, so you don't have to worry about it being play to win at all. Now, something else that was mentioned in the community corner today was how they were going to kind of transition everyone's account from pre-V42 to post-V42. And I know I've had a lot of people asking me questions about what should we do with our cards, and I've seen questions on the forums about what am I going to do with all this rep and all these cards, and do I need to keep my cards? Do I need to sell them all off for materials? And go watch the community corner for July 21st, the one they released today. That community corner had a lot of information on this, but basically just to summarize it, apparently, first of all, whatever you have, they're going to be very generous with how they transfer it all over. The way they described it is if you are a player that is a regular player, and they didn't specify what level you would need to be or anything, but they did just say if you are a regular player who has been playing the game for a while, everything you have should transition into you getting pretty much all of the new cards and a ton of extra stuff. I know whatever your mastery level is going forward, now your mastery levels will give you bonus drops, which we will look a little bit more into in the vanity video that I'm going to do of the leaks, the vanity leaks for this. But you do know that you will be rewarded for whatever progress you already have. You should be able to keep, at least from what they said today, it sounds like you'll be able to keep the level that you're at, but you will get the drops that you would have gotten if you had leveled up post V42, if that makes sense. Your cards, you will get credit for all the cards that you have. They have some kind of algorithm, all kinds of fancy math that they didn't go into, but basically, from what it sounds like, if you're a player who just has, you know, tons of cards and tons of materials, they're going to put a value on everything that you have, and most of the time, for players who've been around for a while and who play on a regular basis, you're going to get a ton of stuff out of this. You may very well end up with all the cards for the new set automatically. Something else they're introducing is veteran chests. And these veteran chests, I believe, if I understood them right, I believe this is how you're going to get everything. When V42 happens and all of the old stuff is removed from your account and you're given all the new stuff that equals out the equivalent of the value of everything you already had, they're going to be found in veteran chests. So this is really exciting. Apparently some of the people who've already tested it say that when they open these veteran chests, or when they start their game up after the V42 download, it's like Christmas time. They just have tons of veteran chests with all kinds of goodies waiting inside for them. So don't be worried about what's going to happen to your account. It sounds like they're going to take good care of us. Epic knows what they're doing. I think we're all going to be really happy with what we get in return. And one final thing too, don't worry about dismantling cards. It sounds like if you watch the community corner, the materials are going to be changing, and actually at first there won't even be card crafting. It will come later, they said, but at first that's not even going to be a thing because most people are probably going to get all the cards anyway. So, or at least a good bit of people are going to be getting cards anyway. So don't worry about just dismantling your cards. That's one thing I was thinking we needed to do, but apparently that's nothing to worry about. Don't worry about doing that. You will get value regardless for your materials and whatever cards you have in your current set. Okay, now this is the last thing we're gonna look at, and it is the Iggy Rework, and this actually looks really, really good. Apparently, if you look here, the gentleman who posted this said that this is Iggy and Scorch's new abilities at level 1, and this actually looks pretty good. It seems that his basic attack is now called Fire Spit. I'm guessing that's gonna be Scorch who's gonna be doing the basic attacks. His Molotovs, which is currently your basic attack, it looks like this is now your right click. Molotov is dealing 119 ability damage over 8 seconds. So it's a DOT ability now. Stacks -1 ability armor on hit for 8 seconds. So that is very interesting. I'm guessing the longer you level it up, it will either do, obviously it will do probably increased ability damage. I wonder if the ticks increase. You would think the negative ability armor stacks would definitely increase, so that seems like a really good change there. His Q is, going from the top down, his Q is a turret fireball, 21.645 ability damage, turret life 220 health, turret duration is 30 seconds, turret limit is 4. So now he can have 4 turrets out. And turret fireball, I'm wondering if that means they're going to be constantly, I don't think they are. That seems like it's not a constant damage. It's not, yeah. Now currently his turrets give a total damage if you sit in them for that long. Now it seems to be that they're going to be launching projectiles, and he's going to have up to 4 of them. And remember, this is level 1. Level 1, he can have 4 turrets out for up to 30 seconds each. That is crazy. I can't wait to see how that scales. His E is Burning Sensation, 36.1 ability damage over 6 seconds added to Fire Spit and Flame turrets. So your basic attack and your turrets also get a DOT. So between his Molotov and the Burning Sensation, which I'm guessing is a passive, you're gonna be doing DOT on all of your attacks once you get him going. That is just incredible. People, no wonder they've been making all the little hints about fire and fire being hot in all the community streams. This guy is gonna light you up, and you're gonna be taking a ton of DOT, it looks like. His ultimate is Blaze. Turrets deal 25% bonus ability damage for 6 seconds. You also have a slow of -100 max movement speed. So basically, if you're caught in Iggy's turrets, and he busts your ult, or busts his ult, you're going to be taking a lot more damage, and you're going to be getting slowed, and I'm guessing that's going to scale pretty significantly. And it just seems like at level 1, his abilities are going to be doing some really, really nice damage. It looks like Iggy is actually going to be a thing again. Iggy's coming back. We'll see if he's as broken right off the rip as he was on Legacy. I've got a feeling they're going to end up having to scale this guy down a little bit because these abilities look amazing. I'm excited about it though. I like playing Iggy. He's fun. I know a lot of other people like him. A lot of people hate him. But at least now you can play Iggy and not have to worry about getting draft dodged all the time. And you know what? It's rightfully so. Iggy's pretty bad right now. So it's good to see Iggy getting a comeback. But that's it. That's all that I'm going over in this video. It's already a long video. There's no way I could have covered everything. But check out my other videos that I've done on the vanity leaks and the card leaks. Just all around really, really fun, great information we got here. Cannot wait for V42. Good job, Epic. This looks like this is gonna be just amazing. But thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, give me a like, hit that subscribe button, give me some comments, let me know what you think about all this leaked information. And thank you again. Shadow out.